Fox NFL analyst. Okay.
Hey,
okay, so
Mr. Collins.
This is perfect because you're unlike Tony Romo, you have a good back, but you moved into broadcasting. And let's just say a very good team, like a team that is very good, Seattle or a top team called you and said, Tony, 1 year, would you leave us?
No, would not do it.
Why?
Not even close. I actually had that happen to me. I had a couple teams reach out my first year of retirement, kind of like Tony Romo.
Yeah.
And I could have played. I could have went back, and one of those teams was really good.
Oh, tell me, please.
Really
Come on,
good quarterback.
throw it out there.
I can't tell you, but it was a really good team, really good quarterback. And
you said no.
I said no. I said no because once I was done, I was done. I couldn't. It's so hard to go back, to jump back into football. Football is news for everybody out there. Football is pain and torture. For the most part.
Even practice is tough.
Practice is tough, taping. It's so mentally, physically demanding. And the way I would like to play it, I just couldn't. There's no way I could fathom doing that again. Even for a ring, a chance at a ring. It just couldn't do it.
You've also lost 25 pounds. So and I've talked to a lot of football players. They're like, there's my NFL body. And then once you decide mentally to get out of football, you change your body. And so you changed your body. Like I saw a piece of video on you about 2 weeks ago, and you were like not I say this, not puffy. You were thick up top, and now you're like modelly looking.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be like you.
Yeah,
you know?
of course.
We're very.
By the way, little inside story. So Tony told me yesterday on the kickoff show. I said, how do you make sure you're not sore in the morning? And Tony said, I go through stretching in the morning and I take an ice cold shower. I'm like, that's weird. And he said, no, makes your energy better. I feel better. So this morning I woke up and I thought, I'm going to try an ice cold shower. And I told Tony, it's not that great. I tried it. It's terrible.
You got to stick to it. Stick and stay.
I stick for about 40 seconds and I'm like, this is the dumbest idea I've ever heard.
Everybody out there, I'm telling you, everybody listening, go look up cold shower, the benefits of cold shower, and try it. Try it for a week and see if you got to.
Really good for your hair.
Good for your hair.
It is.
Yeah, it makes it have a lot more body.
Really?
Yeah.
And your skin and your stress.
Yeah, two things I need.
Closes your pores.
Yes. Really?
Yeah.
Do you take a cold shower?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
40 seconds is a long time.
No, Tony's like, take a cold shower,
3
it'll
minutes.
change your life, and I did. Everything shrank. It changed my life. It was a horrible move.
You want to do it alone. Make sure you're not at the locker room or anything like that because things will get weird.
Okay, so Aaron Rodgers, the injury. My takeaway is is it done? It shouldn't be. Chicago's got a rookie quarterback, Case Keenum. Why is it done for Green Bay?
I don't think it's done as far as playoffs. I still think they can get a chance to make something. And who knows who this kid is? I mean, it could be the Kurt Warner situation, so you never know. But I do believe this, that their chances of winning the Super Bowl are the same chances as any other organization in the league without a really good quarterback. That's all there is. It's probably not going to happen. You're not going to win a Super Bowl. With Aaron Rodgers, he's a Super Bowl caliber
Brett Hundley's not going to. He's not going to hoist the trophy. I don't think that. Tony, here's my thing. If I was Green Bay, there are a handful of rosters in this league like Houston that literally can get to the playoffs with below average quarterback play. I look at Green Bay's roster. Clinton Dix I like. They have a cornerback, Kevin King I like. Mike Daniels.
Yep.
But Devontae Adams, I think it's a kind of okay roster, Tony. I don't see it as an elite roster.
Well, they got players, but it doesn't. You have to have the trigger man. You got to, and when you lose that guy, if Tom Brady left the New England Patriots, what do you think would happen?
It'd be awful.
Do you like their chances? Do you like the chances?
They're a 4-win team.
Yeah,
generally. Now, Garoppolo. I shouldn't say that because Garoppolo's probably better than Hundley, but they wouldn't be the same team.
Yeah, or just look around at all the elite quarterbacks in the league. Whoever the elite is, Dak Prescott if he left, or Matt Ryan if he left, or whatever it is. I mean, if those guys leave, that's why they paid these guys $27 million a year and climbing, because they're so important to the team. We'll see how this kid plays out, if he can go out there and do the Kurt Warner, but more than likely that's not going to happen. So if I'm a Packer fan, you're not out of the playoffs. The season certainly.
Watched him lose to Buffalo and Miami at home. He's good. He's good.
Yeah.
A lot of you guys are saying he's great.
He's great. I got it. Hey, come on.
He's your guy.
He's my guy. He's my guy.
Okay, so what's happening?
I think there's still the learning curve is still happening with him and Sarkisian.
Okay, fair.
I think some of these balls that were like this one right there, I think that would at the very least bat it down, but I think that should have been caught right there. I don't know. I'm not going to put that on Matt Ryan in there, and he's had a couple picks this year that were like that. And one thing that I will say, okay, let me. I know he's a good friend and he's done a lot for me on the football field, but let me get a little critical, okay? Let me put on my analyst hat and let me try to be unbiased here. I will say this. I do think that he could throw the ball to Julio Jones a lot more. Julio Jones right now, I think he's only had double-digit attempts towards him one time this year. Antonio Brown, 5 times. So those are the 2 best receivers in the league, in my opinion. I just don't know why you keep throwing the ball to Julio Jones. I don't know if that's Sarkisian, if that's Matt. You got to let the big dog eat. Let the horse run around the track. Throw it up to him. Put the saddle on him and ride that guy because he's a phenomenal talent.
That's what the Rams did this weekend with Todd Gurley. They just said, we're going to give you the ball 20, 25 times. And, I mean, it's a prime example of the Rams have done a very good job with Sean McVay. We give our best players the ball over and over and over. I know it's simplistic football, but, by the way, Edelman and Tom Brady and Gronk, yesterday, it looked like Hogan and Gronk time after time after time. And finally, what do we make? Here, Tony Gonzalez joining us. So I look at Pittsburgh last night, and it was very un-Pittsburgh-like. They're generally great at home, questionable on the road, but they go on the road. And is this the game? We see this every year, Tony, where there's a team that just comes out of the gate. It's a Denver. It's Buffalo's done it before. And then all of a sudden, they hit a wall. There's a game, and you're like, okay. Was that Kansas City last night where it was, exposed, Alex Smith was asked on an off night by some players to carry the team, can't. Like, what did you take out of Steelers-Chiefs yesterday? Does it mean anything other than just a good physical Sunday and Pittsburgh won?
Well, I think Pittsburgh, they had to play this way. I've been on those teams during the season where their season it's on the brink of
no
destruction
question.
right now with all the drama. We call them the Real Housewives of the NFL with the quarterback and then the running back. He does not get enough carries. The Martavis Bryant wants to trade. Antonio Brown's not getting enough catches. Like everything that was going on coming into this game, you're going against the best team in the NFL, right?
Yeah.
Going there, I think Coach Tomlin told these guys, because the way they played was physical.
Yeah.
He said, play to the whistle. And sometimes if you got to go over the whistle to prove a point, you go do it. We're going down swinging, and we're going to be more physical in this team. And you saw that they had 2 personal fouls on Alex, and he got that rattled him.
Yes,
and he got thrown off of his game. This one right here, when you see him go low like this, Mitchell, that is absolutely unnecessary and ridiculous. And I hope he gets fined. I hope he gets suspended for a couple games because you're talking about a guy's career. But you see Alex react like this. We never see this out of Alex Smith. And I think this is why he started missing games. He got in his head. He was missing throws that he hadn't missed all season long. He was the MVP coming into this game for the whole league, and he didn't look like it yesterday.
They got into his head.
Got into his head. And they stopped Kareem Hunt. They had a good game plan for him. And, we talk about good losses. I don't know if I ever bought into it. It was a good loss that we needed that one. But if there ever was one, because I still think the Chiefs easily could have won this game.
They had a drive at the end of the game that would have won it.
Yeah, Antonio Brown makes that fluke catch that Terry Bradshaw called, by the way, weirdly so on the pregame show yesterday. But he makes that circus catch. If that ball's knocked down or intercepted, the Chiefs finally figured out their offense. They were able to get something going. Who knows? Then they win this game. They go down and kick a field goal and win the game. So I still think the Chiefs had a chance to win this game.
Tony Gonzalez coming up next, the greatest coaching move of the weekend, and the coach actually lost, and why the media is too hyperbolic once again with the NFL. Good seeing you, bud.
Yeah.
We all love cars, right? You should, but after it reaches that point where the warranty no longer exists, you can get burned. That's where you bring in CarShield.com. A new fuel pump's over $500. A water pump's over $1,000. Transmission, all that stuff can get $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. If your car's new, it's one thing, but what if it's 4, 5, 6 years old? A computer, electronics, GPS fails you. That's hundreds or thousands of dollars. Sign up for CarShield, the ultimate in extended coverage. 24/7 roadside assistance, a rental car while yours is in the shop. Save yourself from high repair bills. A deductible may apply, but it's CarShield.com, code HERD, H-E-R-D. Also a phone number, 800-CAR-6100, 800-CAR-6100, and mention the code HERD, H-E-R-D.